Please support the channel by subscribing. It helps immensely. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for our new videos. Thank you in advance. What is this thing? This is an inverter. It changes your DC power that is created by your car and uses alternative current, which is what you use in your house. Those plugs, right? Those 3-prong plugs. And that way you're able to use that energy from your car. And this is very handy. Everyone should have 1 or 2 of these. Where would you use this? If you're going around town, if you're going to the job site, on vacations, and lastly, as a last resort, emergency preparedness. This is basically going to charge small appliances under 120 watts. And this is modified sine wave. And you can also plug in your cell phone or your tablet to give you more ports in your car. Let's check this thing out. Item number for this is going to be RYI120 Alpha Victor November Mike. This inverter plugs into your cigarette lighter, giving you 120 watts continuous. You get 1 port, and this is sinusoidal, meaning that this is a fancy word for modified sine wave. Here is your on button here, and you have to depress this for about 2 to 3 seconds. It turns green and you're ready to go. If you overload it, it will turn red. You get 2 USB-A ports, and they're at 2.4 amps by 5 volts, equaling 12 watts. So this is good for your tablets, iPads, and cell phone. Now, this inverter has a few tricks to it. This is why it's under $50. You can use your OnePlus battery. So you can charge this in the car like so, here. And when you get to the job site, use it for your laptop. I still don't do that. I don't recommend that, but your tablets and your phones, I would, because you're going from DC to DC. And I understand the wall wart creates that DC power, but again, I was at the Genius Bar. So that's the trick that it has, is that you can use that OnePlus battery. That is really cool. What I like about this too is that these wires that it comes with are really beefy, and you can just plug it in through the back here, and there's no one way to do it. You just plug it in, which is really awesome, especially while you're driving. I know we're not supposed to be doing that while we're driving, but it happens. And this is what cables I'm talking about. You see that it's circular. It comes with the DC cigarette lighter output here, and this is now your inverter adapter for your OnePlus battery. This is a really slick unit, as you can see. It looks exactly like the rigid 100 watt, and I'm pretty sure that they share technology. It's just now they modified it for this. This next demonstration is going to be how your car or truck is going to be set up with this inverter. We chose this for instructional purposes because it's cleaner. You're not looking at the truck or me. Now you're just looking at the equipment. So you're going to find your cigarette port. You're going to get your DC plug here. Turn on your car. Get your accessory in, and as you can tell with this battery, it's power hungry. And this is the same setup we used in Alaska too. Turn this on, plug it in, and now you are charging. And it's as easy as that. Now you're using your car's energy. The consumption of gasoline is still going to be the same. This is only around 50 to 60 watts, so you're doing pretty good. You're getting that energy that you're expending, and you're capturing some of it with this system. Let's say that you're driving to a place that doesn't have power. You're going to a very long picnic, or you're going to a cabin. While you're driving there, you can charge this battery. And this inverter has a trick up its sleeve. This is a very good party trick right here. Once this is finished charging, you can get to the place or your destination without power and use this. This will actually take the energy from this battery, and now the inverter becomes a power station. And if you want to charge a smaller battery, that's when you can change it like so. That is a very cool party trick, and I'm pretty sure all of your friends are going to be like, man, I got to get one of those. The next test is going to be the Filipino modified sine wave test. We are going to listen for that hum. It's going to sound like it's breaking, but it's actually just modified sine wave. And this is just to prove that this is modified sine wave. We're going to quickly change to pure sine wave. And this is being powered by the Jackery. We just got all this fancy equipment. So pure sine wave versus modified sine wave, hopefully you heard that. The next experiment is going to be if this can actually push out 120 watts. This takes 120 watts on low, and it's a little heater. And here we go. This is that awesome Jackery 300. And it's not pushing it out. It's not even trying to do it. One more time. And there it goes. So you can see on the picture that this is 120 watts, and it is not doing it. It's overloading it. And this is how to reset it. Just press it, and green again. We're going to do a discharge test here. This is going to be a 4 amp battery, 72 watts, 4 amps, and this is going to be the Ryobi inverter. And we're going to be using that 1+ battery, of course. And we're going to be powering this fan, which is around 28 watts. The results of the dreaded discharge test, we only got 40 watts. Now we are very limited to our kilowatt here, so I'm just not going to sugarcoat it for you. 40 divided by 72, the efficiency is only 55%. But it did run it for 2.5 hours plus. So you interpret how efficient this was. I was actually very happy with the test results. In conclusion, this is very innovative. There is no other tool manufacturer doing this. And to utilize this 1+ battery and able to power up other appliances are pretty cool. We'll even leave the light on for you. I do have a con about this. Once it goes around 120 watts, it shuts down. I wish that they would have overbuilt this a little bit to make it 130 watts so we can hit that peak. But for our uses, when we do our tool batteries, it does just fine. Here is a mini rant for Ryobi. In their spring release for 2021, they promised us the 14 watt, the 21 watt solar panel, and also the updated 150 watt inverter, and I was very excited. When I saw this, this is actually one of the items that I wanted for 2021. If you're going to release something like that, please keep your promise and actually release it for 2021, Ryobi.